welcome to my Dream Fantasy YouTube channel. So today I'll not make the video lengthy. Let's keep it short and sweet. So the next match in IPL 2020 is between Rajasthan Royals and Delhi Capitals. So this is on October 9th, 7:30. So let's see the stadium where it will be played. And it is Sharjah Cricket Stadium, which is located in Sharjah. And the weather for tomorrow's Sharjah Cricket Stadium will be clear sky, and there will be a lot of humidity. So this is one point. So the next thing is, let's see the pitch report for tomorrow's match. So when you see the pitch report, the pitch is supporting pacers here more than spinners. If you see, 77% of wickets are taken by the pacers, which is the top out of all the three stadiums in this series. So here it will not even support spinners, so I prefer mostly to take more pacers in your team. So let's see the average score here. So the first batting average score is just 151, and the winning percentage for first batting is 64%. And the highest score chased here is just 140, but in IPL the records are actually better. So even 180, 200 are getting chased here. So don't keep record in this mind, but just go ahead with your good teams. So let's see the domestic stats. So domestic stats are just like the IPL tournaments which will be conducted here. So out of 48 matches, in domestic matches, if you see, only 17 matches are won by first and 30 matches by second. But if you see the international matches, out of 14, first batting has won 9 and second batting has won 4. So if you see the actual records, so they were saying first bat winning percentage is 64%. But this might not be accurate for IPL, as an IPL teams are chasing any score there. Even 20, 200 or 220 are also getting chased here. As it is a small stadium, getting a 6 is not an easy task. Okay, so let's see the team news for tomorrow's match. So one important thing is Rajasthan Royals has won all the 2 matches they have played in this Sharjah Stadium for this IPL. So one change we can expect is they might bring in David Warner for tomorrow's match. And Stokes, one more important news is that Stokes is completing his mandatory quarantine in 2-3 days. So he'll be available for the next match, which will be on 11th for Rajasthan Royals. And for Delhi Capitals, there might not be any change. They'll try to continue with Akshar Patel. And guys, here comes our most important part of the video. As I always say, important tips. So don't skip this part, as this is the most important one. So whatever tips I am saying here are the most important things, and this will help you get a grand league even or create your own head-to-head teams. So let's see one by one. So the first tip is Josh Butler versus Delhi Capitals. And if we see, Josh Butler has scored 67 runs in one of the match in just 22 balls against Delhi Capitals. Last time they have played, and it is the same stadium. So the next tip is Prithisha versus spinners. So Prithisha in this IPL has got out to leg spinners 2 times out of the 14 balls he has faced. So keeping this point in mind, Rajasthan Royals might bring Shreyas Gopal in the power play to get him out. So be cautious while taking Prithisha in tomorrow's match, as he might get out to spinners actually. Yeah. So the next one is again Prithisha against pacers. So Shah got out to the short ball 11 times in total IPL history. So short balls cannot be played by Prithisha. So the next tip is Sanju Samson versus pacers. So again Sanju Samson got out to pacers with short balls 2 times in this IPL out of the 5 matches they played. And Akshar Patel is maintaining good economy in this IPL, which is the top. He's in first in the bowlers who is maintaining the best economy. Apart from this, Rashid Khan is the other player who is maintaining close to 5.6. but Akshar Patel is the first guy who is maintaining just 4.6 economy, though he is a spinner. So the next one is Steve Smith versus Roberta. Though Roberta is taking wickets consistently, and if you see in his last match, he has taken 4 wickets. But we see the comparison with Smith. Out of 5 innings, in just 19 balls, Smith has scored 30 runs, and he just got out only once. So Smith is playing very well against Roberta. So the next one is Josh Butler versus Ashwin. So, sorry friends, this is not Mayank. This is Butler, who got dismissed twice this season out of the 4 googlies that is bowled. And please ignore this tip. So the next one is Sanju Samson in Raja Stadium. So Sanju Samson has already scored 2 half centuries in the same stadium in the last 2 matches played by Rajasthan Royals. And the scores he played are 74 and 85 runs. So we can expect a good knock from Sanju Samson in tomorrow's match as well. And one more important tip is Roberta, who is bowling in death overs. So if you see, Roberta has taken totally 9 wickets just in death overs. So if you see how dangerous he is when he's coming in death overs, and he's a very good pick for you in your team for tomorrow's match. So let's see the points of each player in terms of the dream team. So whichever I highlight here in green are the points which helped them get Grand League, and if without this player in Grand League, they cannot win Grand League. So whatever you see here as DT is something called Dream Team, and this will be linked to every green score they have scored. So the same way, if you see something in green, which means they have come into Dream Team. But if you see something in black here, so these black are just like a normal score, which if you have taken this player in your Dream Team, he should not have fetched you any Grand League points. So that is the only difference. So coming to Butler, Butler is consistently coming in Dream Team in his last 4 matches. Though he got only 8 points, but he has come in Green Team actually. So the next one is Sanju Samson. Sanju Samson is not in good form in recent teams, but the last 2 matches he has got 123 and the other one is 112 points. And as it is the same stadium tomorrow, you can expect a good knock again from Sanju Samson. And then Steve Smith again is not getting good score for the team, but the first 2 matches he has got good points. And Uthappa is not in good form, and then SSV Jaiswal got only 1 chance and he didn't get much. And Tewatia, as you know, 1 match in the same stadium, he has knocked a good 5 balls, 5 sixes against Cottrell. And as it is the same stadium tomorrow, you can expect a good knock again from Tewatia. So try to take Tewatia also in your team for tomorrow's match. And Lomrar, in 1 match, he has played a good knock and came in Dream Team with 58 points. And Jofra Archer is again consistently giving good points. I'm sorry friends, I highlighted this one wrong. And he's actually in Dream Team for these 3 matches except that 4th match. So Tom Curran is not playing well in the last 2 matches, but the previous matches, if you see, he has got 97 and 30 points and he came in Dream Team. So Shreyas Gopal is becoming a good spinner for Rajasthan Royals, and if you see the last 2 matches, he has scored 63 and 29 points for the team. Okay, so the next one is Tyagi. Tyagi is a bowler who opens generally, but he has not got any scores in the previous matches as he didn't play. But in the last match, he has got 27 points. And the death over specialists for Rajasthan Royals are Curran and Archer. So you can take Archer and Curran. So if in case they get any wickets in death overs, they'll get you good points. So let's see the Delhi Capital players' history. So if we see Rishabh Pant, he's coming consistently in all the 5 matches in the Dream Team. So if you don't have Rishabh Pant, so you cannot get good scores. in your team. So it will matter for head to head as well as Grand League. And Shreyas Iyer, he's a good batsman, and if you see his scores, he has got 119 and 31, and he's giving minimum 20 to 25 points for you, though he's not performing well in some matches. And Shikhar Dhawan again, if you see his points, he's consistently giving 40 at an average for you. And Prithisha, if he plays, he will play really well, and he is giving you more than 55, 90, and 87 points. And in just one match, he got failed. And Hetmeyer is just giving an average of 20 score for you. And Stanis played the last match well, but if you see the recent matches, he didn't have good scores actually, except the last match with 83 points. And Akshar Patel is consistently giving good points for your team, but as tomorrow it is a Sharjah, which is a short stadium, you may or may not take Akshar Patel, but I am thinking to have Akshar Patel as an optional spinner and a all-rounder actually. And Roberta, I don't need to say anything about this player as he has got 4 wickets in the last match, and he is the best death over specialist in this IPL so far. If you see his points, he is getting 80 and 80 odd. Being a bowler is very difficult, but he's getting 114, 82 and 87. So don't miss Roberta in your team for tomorrow's match. And Ravichandra Ashwin is not even performing well, except the first match with 57 points. He's concentrating more on getting the wickets through runouts than through the bowling. So the next one is Nokia Norche, who is again a good bowler from Delhi Capitals with 56, 87 and 56 points. So even he is giving you minimum 50 points in almost all the matches except one match. And Harshal Patel played one match and he has got 62 points. So you can try Harshal Patel also in your team in your Grand League for tomorrow's match. And as I said, death over specialist is Roberta, and he can accompany along with Nokia Norche. So as I said, Roberta has taken 9 wickets only in death overs. So be cautious in taking Roberta, and you can in fact make him captain or vice captain again for your team. So let's see the head-to-head records for these two matches between Rajasthan Royals and Delhi Capitals. Out of the last 20 matches, Rajasthan Royals has won 11 matches and Delhi has won just 9 matches. But if we see the recent records of last 5 matches, Rajasthan Royals is with just 2 and Delhi Capitals has won 3 matches out of the 5. So Delhi Capitals is dominating in the last 5 matches. Actually saying Rajasthan Royals has lost the last 2 matches and Delhi Capitals has won the recent 3 matches. So this is the recent history. Delhi Capitals is clearly dominating the last 3 matches actually. And this is the recent form, guys. And again, sorry, this is for Rajasthan Royals and this is for Delhi Capitals. As you see, Delhi Capitals has just lost 1 game in the recent games and won all the 4 games and just lost 1 game. And Rajasthan Royals is different. They lost all the games except the last 2 games. So let's see the key players. So we have Butler, Samson, Smith and Archer. So when I mention some key players, try to take these players in your team for tomorrow's match for each team. So without these players, you cannot even win head-to-head leagues also. So these players will be very important for you in your tomorrow's team. So the same way for Delhi Capitals as well. Take Iyer, Shah, Pant and Rabada. And my captain choices for tomorrow, you can try Butler, Samson, Pant and Iyer. So I'm personally going with Pant as my captain for tomorrow's match. You can try Rabada, Archer or Lombard, which is riskier, but you can try these players for your Grand League. And if you see the vice captain choices, I'm trying with Dhawan, Steve Smith and Tivatia. So thanks friends, thank you for giving time. I'm closing this video short in just 15 minutes and I'm not extending beyond this one. So if you like my video and if you like my important tips, please do like my channel and subscribe and keep the bell icon on so you'll get the notification whenever I release a new video. And if you have any comments or improvements, please suggest me so I can improve myself. So as I said, you can take the important points as a screenshot. I'm coming back to important point screen, so you can take screenshot and you can refer it before the match or after the lineups and see whom to take, and you can decide yourself on whom to take and whom to drop. So this is the first tip: Butler versus Capitals, Prithisha and spinners, Prithvi versus Pacers, Samson, Aksa Patel, Smith and Roberta, Butler and Ashwin, Sanju Samson and Sharjah Cricket Stadium, how he has scored in his last 2 matches, Roberta in death overs. Okay, thank you friends. Have a good day. Bye.